Sorry about that.
That's all right. That's all right. Can I get somehow to find out how that swatting incident on the 14th happened? I need to know who sent them. Was it my brother Craig that's trying to steal my paid-for home and steal my property, my inheritance? I need to know why 9 sheriff and police swatted me and entered my home and said they had commitment papers, which was a lie. I have witnesses. I'm in a case of 3 federal cases. I want my people to uphold their oath and protect me, sir. I love Alabama, and y'all have run me from my state. I've been run from my state with death threats. Swatting.
City agencies, Alabaster PD, Calera PD, Pelham, Helena, Columbiana PD, none of them are authorized by the probate judge to serve pickup orders.
Then was that Sherman? Because I have a witness and I have a video recording of
we don't
your
have a
people.
Judge by that name.
Huh? Excuse me?
We don't have a judge by that name.
What name? I didn't say a judge. I said I want to know the judge who supposedly signed paperwork. The officer that came into my home showed my friend paperwork and said it was from the judge. And then she said, well, if Susan comes home, where do we take her? And she says, what hospital? They wanted a welfare check. They said, no, you bring her to us.
No, it doesn't work that way.
I didn't think so. I didn't think so.
Ma'am,
yeah.
Let me explain it. Let me explain the probate procedure. Judge Boyd is the probate judge. She issues all probate pickup orders to have to, if someone is in need of medical care because of their mental situation,
right.
Turn this off.
And I want y'all to know,
go ahead,
I'm sorry. Well, I was going to tell you, I've taken 2 MMIP tests. I paid over $1,500 living on disability. I'm mentally cleared. So anybody comes to that point,
in case this happens again, you'll know the procedure.
Okay.
Before there can be a pickup order assigned by the judge, a third party, either a family member or a counselor of some sort, that has direct dealings with the person,
right,
has to come before Judge Boyd and say, listen, we need to get this person to the Shelby Baptist Medical Center's psych ward,
right,
for treatment. Well, Judge Boyd assigns it. There's 3 different attorneys that she can assign the case to. That third person then gets with those attorneys and does an affidavit to say on this date, this person was a danger to themselves or others by X, Y, or Z actions, and is unwilling to seek mental health treatment voluntarily.
Right.
Once all that background stuff is done, they come back to Judge Boyd, and then she issues the pickup order based on that evidence.
Okay.
The pickup order only comes to the Shelby County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
No other agency.
Okay. Well,
and then usually we only send 2 deputies with the pickup order in hand to that address.
Okay.
And we would never, if you were that person that the pickup order was for, if there was anybody else there at the residence, except for you, who we were actually coming after, we would never tell any of the other adults there, when she gets home, bring her to the hospital. It doesn't work that way. We have to, we would say, give us a call when she comes home, but we would never tell anybody, even another police department. Police can't even do it. So we would never tell just a regular civilian adult to bring them to another location.
Well, we've got a very serious problem. Yeah, we got a very serious problem. You've got people impersonating officers, and they were police cars. There were 9 sheriffs and police in my home. We have video of this. Go ahead, Tanya.
I live here in Tennessee, sir, and I've got a sheriff's office and a local police chief involved in the same thing up here, where these gang stalking groups are going out, impersonating people, breaking into homes, chemically attacking, using weapons, radio frequency devices. Now, this is a problem all over the country. Now, they're watching this place like hawks. She had to run up here. She's already talked to the main police chief here. He knows what's going on. I think he was actually going to reach out to call you and speak with you. And he can explain a little more of what's going on.
The police chief in Chelsea?
No, this is the police chief in East Tennessee.
Yeah, I don't want them to know where I am.
So,
Okay.
anyway, these groups are lethal. They're very dangerous. They're black outfits, black budget outfits. So, you know, I would be investigating myself who these groups are if they're impersonating, you know, your policeman. And I don't understand
why. They wouldn't have to be. Yeah, that's not our uniform.
Exactly. So, can she at least get an investigation started to where she's not harassed, not hounded, or threatened?
Well, I was trying to explain to her that we can do a background check to see what caused the swatting, because I don't even know what address that would have went to. So she hasn't given me that information yet.
2069 King Charles Court.
2069 King Charles Court.
Okay.
And I assure you, everything that she's told you is 100% truth. She's not going to lie about this. And this is really happening and everywhere. So I think that these people are in a lot of danger. A lot of these witnesses are being murdered. So I think it's very important that somebody start an investigation now. She's not even able to come home, sir, and get her clothes, her food, anything. And that's not right. Miss Pierce has not done anything wrong. She has not broke the law. And I assure you, she's not crazy.
Okay. And I have two MMIP
several months ago, and she was having some issues with some people in Etowah County. And I told her, I said, my hands are tied as far as Etowah County because I don't have any jurisdiction there. But I can check to see if her King Charles Court
King Charles Court
has had any activity in the past.
There should be some cameras. There should be some cameras in the neighborhood that you can grab the evidence from and find exactly who pulled that woman over and broke into Miss Pierce's home right after it happened, because the lady went back over to check on the home and Miss Pierce's door was wide open and the chemical was so bad that Miss Pierce got sick and had to leave immediately.
And TJ,
now,
she couldn't even go in the house.
I'm sorry, TJ. Now I know that people have got cameras, Ring doorbells, so I'm sure
Ginger
there's
Grice does, my next door neighbor.
She said her next door neighbor had cameras.
Also Greenlaw, the Air Force guy that's been light assaulting the heck out of me. Greenlaw, Skip Walker, and Ginger, they all got cameras. They're the ones that are harassing me and ran me out of town.
That she shouldn't have to, worry about her life and her home being hit over these illegal outfits. These outfits have been caught trafficking kids, trafficking women.
I'm being trafficked.
I mean, this has gotten so sick and so south, sir, that I've had to bring in the entire police force in East Tennessee.
And the TBI is involved now.
So it needs to be investigated.
Okay. Well, yeah, if that chief of police up there wants to get a call,
I'll have him call you. I'm getting ready to go over and talk to him about a break-in that we had last night, sir. All right.
Yeah, I'll be on duty the rest of the
day.
day.
I appreciate you. I really am. I answered Senator Mark Warner. I've been taking video of these gang stalkers with direct energy weapons. Warner does not want these weapons on the street. You have ex-military contractors being hired through Kristen Sherman, the Sherman group. She's DOD. She's hiring her little Marines that come home, giving them their little weaponry and their stingrays and their skull candy. And then she, goes and kills him, takes out life insurance. And it's a ring. It's to get your land, to take out life insurance, and to murder you. And I have proof. I have the IP addresses. I have the frequency. I have the ham operators. I know where they meet in Atala. Your Etowah County Sheriff is corrupt, and they told me they're going to kill me. I've been run from the state. I love the state. I love law enforcement. My brother was a Marine. My daddy used to fix all the cops' cars back home in Mississippi. I'm not your enemy. I love America. I actually appreciate y'all. Even though I'm being harassed, but I like y'all. All I need is protection.
Well, I apologize that you've had to go through all this.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep people from raping kids. If that's a crime, then here, I'll give you handcuffs to put on me. I was raped as a kid, sir. I've been trafficked my whole life by this program, and I'm 57, and it's time to stop.
That's right.
It's time to stop.
I'll have Hammonds calling.
Chief Hammonds is going to call you. Could you put details on my house, please, sir? Just kind of keep an eye on it, because this has got M13 involvement. I'm scared they're going to burn. Yeah, it's MS-13, yeah. And she's working. It was a boss Hoffa or Heffa that was in the Edward County Jail working with, the feds are all over this. The feds are about to come into Edward County. I can outright tell you, Warner and them have sent 1,200 feds to Alabama, and they're watching. They're watching everything being done down there. So Edward County is about to get lit up. Lit up.
If they're not doing what they're supposed to do, they need to.
Well, when you're trafficking kids, I need you to know, sir, in case they kill me, I'm being as sincere as I can be. That Eagle, I'm going to cry probably, that Eagle Rock foster home in Gadsden, a little boy, Isaiah and Justin, they're trafficking those little boys. It's that foster home. Eagle Rock foster home. Pat Sherman is giving money to Eagle Rock, and they're literally, through the sheriff's department, he's made her deputy. Sir, they're trafficking Justin and Isaiah out of Eagle Rock, and Kristen's trying to get to Berlin. She's made posts that she's leaving the country. And she keeps tagging a Recon 3187 judge in Edward County. I had to, you wouldn't believe what I had to do. She was threatening to kill him, and I know how to decode her post. It's called Wind Talk, and it's military. She was going to kill that judge that just sentenced her 17-year-old boy to sexual assault in prison. And I had to call that judge in Edward County and say, look, you have Kristen Sherman threatening to kill a judge up there, and I really don't want to be involved with you people, but I cannot sit down knowing she's about to kill a judge. So I had to fax everything in, and this is when it all went to hell for me in Alabama.
Well, it usually happens if you start accusing a judge.
No, I saved his life. She was going to kill him. I called and said, Sherman's making a plot and tagging a recon sniper, and you boys need to be aware of it. And I called the judge, and he said, please call Edward County. I went, you got to be kidding me. Edward County's trying to kill me. He says, ma'am, please, if you think this is a credible threat. I said, oh, she going to kill you. He says, please call the sheriff. So I called sheriff, and I told him, an investigator called and told him, I said, outright, she's tagging snipers that works for the Sherman group. She's going to kill that sitting judge, whoever he is. And I did an affidavit and sent it on up. And the next day when I went to Avadia Bank to get more affidavits with this federal case and two more, Montevallo policeman, where my brother Craig won, came in and filmed me for 21 minutes as I was signing affidavits. That's intimidation. I was signing them against the, people trafficking me that's in law. Craig has 1,065 Wi-Fi devices attached to my property and repeaters and an Asian share contract. And my neighbors, which y'all all know, have been light harassing, noise harassing, to the point I have burned corneas. I have a brain tumor and skin rashes, and I have half my breast taken out. So he's hired my neighbors with the Sherman group and crypto and the ham operator. I've got his call license. They're meeting at Edward County at the Methodist Church every Monday to do the gang stalking, to decide who in what skits and what kind. I've had 3 car wrecks where I've been hit, where I've been stopped, totaled. One hit me twice. I was on 459 sitting still in traffic after I turned in Sherman to Warner. Pulled off the median, he hit me a second time. He blew a 2-2. That was a hit. They told me, you come back to Alabama, we're going to kill you. I had a court case that Wednesday, Friday afternoon at 4:37. Totaled my truck, had to go into orthopedic. Judge wouldn't give me an extension or a virtual trial. My neighbors walked, but I'm getting them in federal court. That's all right. My brother's going to jail, sir. He's trafficking me for my money. I got a $340,000 paid for house. My mother was wealthy. He wants to make y'all think I'm crazy to lock me up to steal my home. He tried to do it 20 years ago, and it didn't work. So Craig is friends with Judge Bayhackle. I called Judge Bayhackle to let him know that I was meeting with his ex-wife, his son, his grandson, and daughter, having prayer meetings every Monday night with my brother. Well, if my brother's trafficking me in neuro research, because he worked for AT&T, communication, biomedical research, digital, electromagnetic frequencies, that's his expertise. I called Bayhackle and says, my brother's trafficking me. If he's trafficking me, your family's in danger. Your grandson that's not retarded, I didn't say that to the judge, but I said, your grandson and daughter are mentally challenged. And if my brother's trafficking me, he's probably trafficking your family. Instead of helping me, Bayhackle calls Alabaster for a welfare check. Now, remind you, I've taken 2 MMIP tests and I can work level 3 security at the White House. I don't have mental problems. I'm being harassed. So my brother needs to be arrested because he's trafficking me. And I've told y'all this. It's Craig in Sherman trafficking me with my neighbors.
How are you being trafficked again?
Biomedical. I took a biomedical. I have medical implants. I have a heart monitor. I've had surgeries. I had a car wreck. My brother can log in to these implants using a digital carrier signal, read my cells, read my temperature, read my insulin. I'm ex-biotech pharma is what I did for a living. He's trafficking me for medical research and then to kill me for life insurance and to take my house. I have proof of this. Warner's all over this. Connecticut case, all over it, tied to Blumenthal. It's slush funds tied to judges, tied to illegal chipping and biomedical trafficking. That's the federal witness I'm in Connecticut for. I'm ex-Botec. I'm a smart woman. 6 years I worked in hospitals calling on doctors and neurosurgeons. My brother has put implants and is trafficking me. I have John from AAA. I've shown your sheriffs. I've shown them the scans of the nonlinear junction test that when John goes in and sweeps for our government before our officials goes in and meets with, other agencies, he goes in and does the sweep. Well, if you have radio frequency tags in your body, these nonlinear junction tests will identify them. I have 8 medical semiconductors that were illegally put in my body without my knowledge. And my brother's an EMS specialist for AT&T, who my grandfather helped design the whole company, Ma Bell. Gerald Van Dyne. I'm being trafficked. And nobody will help me.
What hospital did you use for these surgeries?
UAB hospital. Don't ever go to UAB, sir. I have a human interface device. I have a Medtronics heart monitor. Someone put where they can monitor my breathing. And they see through my eyes. It's called DECA eyes and Hulu lens. Elon Musk came, I have to give you a little classified information. Elon Musk came in 2 years before COVID down to UAB with Bill Gates. They invested $4 billion working with the neuro-ophthalmology and the neurology department. They're doing Neuralink tests in UAB, tied to the Fusion Center, which is at Grandview. So Grandview is trafficking me too, which I'm legally about to come in and deal with that. UAB, Shelby County Hospital, and Grandview are medically trafficking me. And my brother is the one coordinating it with Sherman. And I have federal affidavits in 3 states in cases just like this. And I'm an expert in EMF frequencies. I used to go remediate cancer clinics. I know how these body cameras y'all are wearing are going to give y'all cancer. This radio frequency, you're going to give yourself cancer wearing all this crap. I like you. Get you some black tourmaline. Put it in your pocket. Get you some black tourmaline and tape it to the back of your phone. When you're holding your phone or your body camera all day and your body's being exposed to these radio frequencies that's giving you cancer and killing your immune system, it will remediate and ground you. Call a company called EMF Solutions. You can buy a little card to put in your back pocket. It will ground you when you sit in your squad car and you're being bombarded by everything. Your laptop, your body camera, your blue lights y'all got going on. Oh, you guys are going to have cancer. I'm the expert in the field. You better remediate some of that electromagnetic stuff around you.
Yeah, we got a bunch around us.
Yeah, I got a brain tumor, sir, because of what's happened to me. And if you get sick, I'm one of 8 people in the world that's got the biotech knowledge to save you. The COVID was a bioweapon. They put AIDS in SARS in an AI operating system. You're hooked to DOD computer if you took the COVID. I'm the expert warning people and helping doctors save people. It's causing microclotting and people are dropping dead. You can't put AI in a body. The Bible told you. Tares and wheats, AI in flesh, it doesn't cleave. And y'all are sitting in it all day long being bathed in it. Get you some magnets and tourmaline and wear it and put it in your squad car. I don't want you having cancer. And don't put your cell phone in your back pocket and radiate your boys. You're going to have prostate cancer.
Let him know Hammond's on call.
Yeah, and Hammonds is going to call you. Hammonds will tell you who I am in the world. You actually have a really good resource, and I really want to help y'all. If y'all get sick, please call me and let me tell y'all. Milk thistle every day in food-grade hydrogen peroxide, and I'm not treating, curing. I'm telling you how I'm staying alive. If you took that COVID shot, you need to be detoxed, and you need fortification. It's killing people. And I tried to warn people, and that's what got me targeted, and that's the God's truth. All I've ever done is preach, teach, heal, try to stop the sex trafficking, organ harvesting, and tell the truth. And now I've become domestic terrorist #1 for doing it. I don't like people raping little kids. If that's a crime, come pick me up. That's all I've done is go on. I have a TV show. Google me, Susan Pierce, CDC whistleblower. Watch some of my videos. Educate yourself, and I may be able to save you and your family and your men. And I want to do that, but my God, I've been run out of the state.
Right.
And Tanya,
I think a lot of the problem has been so far is the way law enforcement is set up in Alabama, that we only have jurisdiction over like one part of your problem. And we don't have we can't do anything for the...
Yeah, you can't go up to Edward County and ask court, and what the hell are you doing playing with foster kids and flying them in contracts to China? I have, and that's going to probably get, it doesn't matter, they're shooting at me and trying to kill me. Hey, I gave Alabaster Police a Xerox copy of Judge Plankett's. I have his safe. I won't tell you how I got it because I bought it from the state sale, and I don't know how they placed it in my environment. Sherman's been placing stuff in my environment. I got home to get the safe open. It was Judge Plankett's written in Chinese. I asked Sherman, why would Judge Plankett in Edward County have a safe and the contents be written in Chinese? Can you tell me what this means? She looked at me without hesitation. She said, oh, those are for trinkets. I said, what the hell are trinkets? She says, they were selling children. So I have the safe with the handwriting in Chinese in my possession. And I turned in to Alabaster Police trying to tell them that the Edward County was trafficking and killing kids. Nobody listened. So they have it in his handwriting. They have a copy. I gave them everything I had. Now Eagle Rock, I found out, is involved, and that's where they're getting the kids. And she's using Infinity. She's using Siren Sensor. That is the communications that are supposed to be to help get traffickers. No, she's got her own little system that the game stalkers are communicating on by text messages too. Skull Candy and the emergency communication lines, and they're using ambulances in Edward County, and she's putting people in Deadpool games, and they're literally killing them, scooping them up, and organ harvesting. If you're seeing Tyson chicken trucks, sir, with locks on the back, that's not chicken in those trucks. She told me that the cartel are killing people and not to eat at Mexican restaurants in Gadsden, that they're feeding people to us. So help me God, I have an affidavit of Elizabeth Bravo in her handwriting. So you have a ritualistic witch of Kristen Sherman, a bloodliner to Bill Gates. So she's family. These elitists, they do their bloodline rituals. Killing kids. Literally, they call her Martini Max. She drinks blood of kids like martinis.
Yeah.
And this is the psychopathic bullshit, excuse my French, that I've had to endure. I bodyguarded her 10 years undercover. had to sleep, cook, heal, bodyguard for 10 years. So when I say I know these people, I know the Ant, I know 306 Wall Street is a CIA gun running front. I know they're dealing with Chinese terrorists. I can tell you every KGB Chinese person in this area. And I've tried to tell y'all. And y'all called me crazy. Snuff films on the second floor of the Elk Lodge. Ham operators meeting at the Methodist Church in Atala. Horton giving out deputy badges like candy when donations are made. And then they go get the little black boy Isaiah from Eagle Rock Foster Home. And she's got a condo down in Destin. I know all the rings. I've got a picture of every sex trafficking ring in Alabama the Pentagon's working on. I'll be glad to send that to you. I know the kill houses. I know. I know the DOD contractors, Butch Williams Stakely and Terrence Blakely, that she's using as snipers. That Lizzie Bravo's ex-Mexican husband worked for half of the cartel, and he's their sniper on the Mexican side. Intereses, the criminales I've been tracking. Yeah, I've been tracking these people as a lone wolf. Trying to fight my own people. Trying to fight the cartel. Trying to find the Satanist Luciferians up there in Gadsden. And now I've been run out of the state of Alabama. And I got lots of federal witnesses.
Well, I will do what I can to try to find out what happened with that swatting. And
who the hell?
From the sheriff up there.
Yeah, find out who the hell's impersonating Shelby County sheriffs. And even TJ, because we saw 2 sheriffs the next day as I was driving out of town. She said, Susan, those uniforms the ones I saw were a little bit darker green. I said, TJ, did they have patches? It's very important. Yeah, they had patches, but it's not that light tan the sheriffs around here. She said, it looked more military green, Susan. So you might have some military sleeper cells in there impersonating you boys. And if that's the case, we got problems.
We do here.
And tell them, Tanya, we got BlackRock. Is BlackRock doing this? BlackRock, black budgets. They're doing brain link studies tied to UAB, doing neurolink studies. I don't want my brain uploaded to a computer and tracked and like manipulated. I'm sorry, I'm a Christian. No, you can't do that. Well, they did it.
But we've got a photo of a military, what looks like a black budget military cop, probably ex-military, standing across from our property, standing guard, and I know he was watching the weapon.
It's a weapon system they're guarding. So what they're doing is they're coming in and backdooring all of your Wi-Fi's and your Bluetooth devices, and they're backdooring it. Samsung, your phones, they can backdoor it all they want. You know that. And they're coming in and they're getting the kid up here in Tennessee, sir. They're getting men to get these little girls hooked on drugs and sleep with them and put it on the dark web, and they're going after the girls that got all these old money farms. We just met 35 people up here. We're getting affidavits, working with the local police chief and the local sheriff. They're coming up here trying to steal the farms, and it's BlackRock tied to China. Bringing in these outfits of old military contractors coming in with their repeaters and their geofencing.
And they've also been caught. What they do, they come out with these weapon systems. And they stalk and harass. They use the radio frequency devices. They use the weapons. They try to make them look crazy.
They separate families.
After they've made them look crazy, they'll go ahead and attack them heavily with the weapons because it's hard to prove this stuff. And they'll take out life insurance policies on the victim. And then when the victim dies and is put in the grave, they've been collecting on the life insurance policies through these big companies and covering it up. Now, my father is famous worldwide, and I found 41 people tied to his life insurance policy. 41 people. And they had him on a so-called government watch list, which was pure bullshit.
Her daddy plays with Kansas. Her daddy is Billy Greer, sir. I'm sitting in... What?
So, just to let you know, that's what's been going on, and that's going on in Alabama, too.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot to consume in one phone.
It's a lot.
No joke.
It's a lot. Think about us having to be on the... Every time we leave the RV, our food is poisoned. We're chemically assaulted. We're being... I know this sounds crazy. But, sir, if you have implants in your body, we're being sexually stimulated and assaulted and raped. She was raped 15 out. Tell them. They'll let you tell them.
I know this is a lot, sir, but these have all been reported by victims. Just do what you can to gather the evidence and catch you come to her home and whoever the hell's gang stalking. They're illegal outfits. And I know that FBI is watching everybody, but still, you know, people have got to start doing their job.
I've been running
instead of trying to set them up. But I appreciate your time.
I do too.
Anything you find out, please call her back and let her know, okay?
And please watch my house. And what was your name again? Because you were so nice. You're the nicest officer I've talked to. You actually are listening, and I appreciate that.
Sir Billingsley, we spoke.
Yes,
2 months
Billingsley,
ago.
I remember you. And I just really want to pray over you safety. This is a really bad cartel there in Alabama, and they're killers. So, yeah, just pray. I'm just going to pray for you in Jesus' name. Safety. Safety.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yeah, safety. All righty, you got me. And if anything, if y'all need me. But Sherman's got her own little contractors. And again, she's tagging a Recon 3187. And I have a picture of him. He's brown hair, probably about 5'8", mustache, probably about 195, 200 pounds lean. She's getting military ex, like these older dudes too, like William Butch Stakely. And then she's promised them lots of money. And she's paying them in gift cards and all kind of like new phones. And that's how they're trafficking. And she's selling artwork with the kids. She's paying for kids through artwork. They're going on international boats and gambling. She works as a little, basically, royal government asset under the Bush family out of Texas. So she thinks she's covered and protected. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Trump. You come in here and rape Alabama kids and kill kids and gang stalk me, I'm going to take you to Warner and we're going to take the whole state down. I'm not going to have kids raped and killed in Alabama. Just not. Not.
All right. Well, if I hear anything from Alabaster PD or we can find out from 911 about the swatting situation, I'll holler back at you.
Twice. It happened twice, on 214 and then, what was the other time they came? They've been there twice, swatting with 9 or more people. So, yeah, if we can find out what's going on and and if it's not y'all pulling people over, somebody's impersonating your department, and that's going to get somebody killed.
All right. Well, thank you for the information.
All right. Be blessed, and thank you for calling me back, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.